Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. This fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
So Mark Holmes is always. Oh shit, we're starting. Oh, yo, everybody doing? Kick Dick back here, and welcome to another Philly Shakedown podcast. I am here with Joey Shakes, the better half of the Philly Shakedown podcast. Sorry we were late, but we had a gossip about Mark Holmes. What is going on, everybody? How you doing? Joey, what's up?
I'm good, man. How are you? You good?
I'm doing great. I could not complain. I got this new TV set ready to go, and I was testing it today with football during the day, and there's no glare. I can actually see everything going on, so I'm very happy about that. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready for the season to start.
We've been through almost like a week of training camp so far, like pretty much like between all the days that we've seen. Yeah, it's been through a good week, and definitely a lot to look forward to. We have open practice tomorrow. It starts at 7 p.m. tomorrow night, so should be a lot of fun. Whoever's going, I hope you guys have a great time.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And I have to say something to the people that are going in a second, but before, let me say hi to some of the people in here. Ian, what's going on? Bleeding Kelly Green, Dank, John Jones, what's going on? Hope you're feeling well. Bob's Burgers, Peter Riley, Vinny. Man, a lot of people in here. My basement MMA, Dakota. I saw Mike is here. I saw Mark Holmes is here, and Game Time Brian. What is going on, everybody? How are you guys doing? If I missed anybody, I am sorry. I'm trying to catch up to this chat. Sorry I was late. I'm still having problems finding files on my computer because I had to switch computers. So it's my fault. In all seriousness. One thing though, before we start, I want to put out there to the people going tomorrow to the open practice. If you're going to the open practice tomorrow and you can get me 45 minutes to an hour of good quality footage of Eagles footage, and you reach out to me tonight, and this is something that you would want to do. Reach out to me tonight. We talk. We'll make a deal. I'm willing to buy somebody a Kelly Green Eagles jersey or the equivalent of, if you could get me that footage. So if you're interested in earning a Eagles Kelly Green jersey and you can get me about 45 minutes of good footage from the Eagles open practice that I could use in videos and stuff like that, I would be more than willing to buy you a jersey. But I'm not going to do it for everybody. So you have to reach out to me, and we have to work out the details tonight. So reach out to me on Twitter, YoPhilly500, or email me at YoPhilly500@yahoo.com. If you feel like earning a Kelly Green jersey or the equivalent to, and you can get me good 45 minutes, like some footage of the quarterbacks warming up, maybe one-on-one drills with receivers, corners, like things like that. You don't even have to give me the 11-on-11 because I know the Eagles get, they don't like that too much. But good quality footage, and you can do 45 minutes to an hour, I will buy you a Kelly Green Eagles jersey. So I'm putting that offer out. Whoever's interested, let me know. I will also be streaming live tomorrow, so I will have a link open to anybody that wants to call in that's there. You can do that too. But so anybody interested, let me know. But that's my offer. That's not a bad offer, right, Joe? I mean, not bad, right? Not bad offer. You think of the offer, Joe?
No, I might just go just to take on that offer. Why not?
There you go.
You know what I mean? I just got my Kelly Green yesterday. I actually made a video and then it kind of messed up, so I might just do another video just to show you guys. They look beautiful in person. Like I know watching videos that those jerseys look absolutely stunning. So very happy.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm waiting for mine still. Dylan Jordan, David Super Chat. He goes, Joey Shakes for White Steel MVP. Joey has retired from that. We have retired him. He has retired, and there's somebody else that is out there on YouTube now doing it, but I can't name him right now. But there will be an announcement later. We're going to talk about that. But thank you for Super Chat. Said, did you mean get your jersey. I have not. Did you mend? I say mean. No, I haven't got. Joey got his. I have not. I'm still waiting. Devontae Smith jersey. I tell you what. Did you see the clip, the video of the Eagles players' first reaction to seeing? I must have watched that 500 times with tears in my eyes. Like, people don't realize like how emotional. I've been emotional about this all week. Like, this has hit me hard because I've been pushing for this for years.
I hope it's not only for 1 year. I hope they continue it. Really, I hope it's not just for 2 games for 1 year and then they get rid of them after this year. Really hope they continue.
Mark says show up and get missing footage. Yeah, they get missing footage. I'm not gonna do it then. I'm gonna watch the footage beforehand. But Mark, maybe you should stop sanding the wood. Get out of your little red brick house. Go film me some Eagle stuff. Go ahead. You can do it. I'll buy Mark Holmes. I'll buy you I don't know who you want. Zach Martin holdout jersey. Holdout jersey. I like it. He's got a holdout jersey because he's still holding out. But no, in all seriousness, if somebody's interested, let me know. John Jones says, my jersey will be here probably this week sometime. That's cool. You can check on if you can go to your order and actually check. Mine says shipping should arrive on the 6th, which is tomorrow. It's so weird that Sunday there's always like deliveries now. Pathology's going at Mark. He says, Mark Holmes don't understand football. Sending him counterintelligence is like expecting Cowboys not to get arrested. Woo! Shots fired, Mark. Timothy Loopers, what's going on, man? He goes, hello, Philly, from an old big dick cowboy from Terrell, Texas, 30 miles east of Dallas. I appreciate that. I love how it's like every week now. It's like something about it. It's prick. It just used to be like a nice guy. Now it's like, it's the porno guy from Terrell, Texas. Jonathan Cook, David Super Chat. No, I'm just kidding with you, Terrell. He says, got my Kelly Green in Virginia. Got it, AJ. And I was like, you got in Virginia? Nice. That's cool. Duncan Wright, David Super Chat. He goes, who has Mark not put under the bus for Dak? Fucking Troy Kellen. I remember this weekend. See, looking like Dak's direction. Mark loves his Dak Prescott. Well, you can't go at Dak. You can't go at Dak. Weapon X, what's going on, man? How are you?
Dude?
Yeah, so tomorrow open practice. That's going to be interesting. Dylan George, David Super Chat. He goes, tinfoil dingbats update. Yeah, this week I have 2 tinfoils coming out, so they'll be out this week. Plus, we're going to do a stream on Zoom so we can talk about some crazy stuff going down. Because there's a lot of crazy stuff going down I can't talk about on here. Mike says, my VP Hertz jersey isn't tight. Oh, the Viper, what is it, Fuse thing? Hertz jersey isn't tight or smaller than the other size. It fits nicely, in my opinion. That's cool. I'm very curious. Joey, did you try your jersey on? Have you tried it on?
Yeah, it feels it. No, there's I got mine a little bit bigger, so because in case I like to wear something under it and stuff like that. So it fits really good. It's loose in the front a little bit. It's not too tight on the arms. Actually, it's very good. I mean, I bought the $130 one, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool. Sinister Soldier said, 500, what's good? I don't like wishing the summer away, but I'm ready for football season.
100%.
I know. I used to feel the same way, but dude, out here it's like 110 degrees. I hate it. I just hate it. Radiation Boss, David Super Chat goes, Guts, my Hertz Kelly. Just need the white Kelly now. Are they gonna do a white Kelly jersey? Like maybe not to wear, but just to sell? I wonder.
It could be.
I don't know. David says, just received a bunch of throwback merch and my Hertz jersey today. Everything looks awesome. Just for your information, the fuse fits. It's true to size. Not very snug or restrictive, but can't put layers on. Okay, very cool. Very cool. See, if they had those in just like a little bit bigger sizes, I would buy it big, The entrepreneur, thank you for super chat. He goes, our linebackers are worse. Our free safety, strong safeties are slightly worse. Our interior defense slightly worse because losing Hargrave. Joseph Sue is not all set with Carter, and our cornerbacks are old. Thank you for the super chat. I'm not going to totally agree with you here. Now you might be right in the end. I believe we have wait and see, but I guess I have a little bit of a different perspective on it. The way I see it with the linebackers is, yeah, it may look to the naked eye, it may look worse, but I don't believe that the Eagles lost those guys like Edwards because of strictly money. I mean, Edwards didn't get a ton of money where he went. I really believe the Eagles really think Nakobe Dean is an upgrade. And I think they thought Morrow was at least as good as Kaiser White, who disappeared. So I don't think they think they're linebackers. Now, it might not work out that way, but I think right now going into it, I don't think they think that. The free safety, strong safety, I do think that's fair to say at this point. And then as far as Hargrave, Joseph, Sue, I think that when you look at Hargrave, Carter, Joseph, and Sue, I think, and you look specifically, I would say Hargrave statistics more than anybody with Carter and Jordan Davis. I think if you get those two guys healthy, should combined be able to have more production than one man Hargrave had. And if you get that, I think you'll be fine. You know, it's hard to replace Hargrave the first year player for player, but I think with 2 first-round picks, I think you can do that both together, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, you might not get the same statistics, but I think, getting Hargrave, replacing Hargrave is not going to be the same statistics, but I think you're going to have immediate impact with Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith on the defensive line this year. Safety, I think you just have to let that whole position play out. Sidney Brown is moving up very slowly on the depth chart, and I think he's catching up a little bit, which is good. Linebackers, I'm not loving right now. Nicholas Morrow seems to be going down the depth chart day by day. Is Christian Ellis is he really good? Is he a prime gem, or is he just a really good linebacker with a bunch of bad ones? Or is he the bad bunch of the best ones? I should say. So need to see more at linebacker. Nakobe Dean's missing some time right now with the ankle injury, so it's giving more guys opportunity, but we need Dean to get more reps. We need as many reps with Dean as possible. So it's all up in the air. We know there's rumors about the Eagles maybe going after trading for a high class safety, maybe. I don't know, but linebackers definitely. I'm not a big fan of it right now.
Edwards didn't get a big money on the open market. He didn't get big money.
No.
To me, if the Eagles really thought they needed to bring him back, they could have. So I don't feel like I don't look at Edwards and go, well, that's strictly a money decision. I don't believe that. I believe they think Nakobe Dean is a player. And I think they feel that he will be and end up being an upgrade. As far as Morrow goes, that's a better question. And as far as Christian Ellis goes, if Christian Ellis wasn't having such an eye-turning OTAs and spring, I would say, yeah, he's probably a product of Morrow not being good. But the fact is before we even heard anything about Morrow, all we heard was how impressive Christian Ellis has been. So I have a lot of hope in that sense.
Hopefully.
But obviously, I mean, they're thin at linebacker. If Nakobe Dean goes down and all of a sudden, boom.
It makes you vulnerable. Like Nakobe Dean goes down and it makes you a little nervous, like of what it looks like back there. It's no joke.
Right. No, it's true. It's true. Doge all day. Thank you for super chat. He goes, 3,500. You can give me, Dallas still stinks. There you go. And thank you for the super chat. DB Cooper, he said, a waste of $130, shaking my head. What does this thing say? Oh, well, I don't know. It depends. I mean, DB Cooper jumped out of a plane. I say a waste of a bag full of money because apparently you didn't get away with the money. You know who DB Cooper is, right?
Yes.
You know who DB? You ever see that documentary? It's a great documentary. G Fish says the nameplate kind of. Yeah, the nameplate kind of makes it tight, Kelly jersey. I got 170 hertz and Smith fuse. I got just the regular replica one, but depending upon how it fits, I may do the fuse. If the fuse was a 4XL, I would have got it, but it wasn't. It was only 3. Jonathan says the neck is big. I have a big neck. I have big chins in the back of my head. Let's see here. Brad West says, I'm from Flint, Michigan, Wolverine fan. Maxi Pad gets off slower than it. Oh, Maxi, yeah. Yeah, Dallas, man. He didn't look good in practice. The Dallas is now talking. They have a stage event where he blocks, he pushes some guy back, like almost like it's supposed to look like Jordan Davis, what he did last year, and it clearly was staged and clearly came after he got embarrassed at practice. But Cowboy fans don't believe me, but it's totally staged. But the thing is in terms of linebacker, we should talk about this now because I want to get your thoughts. One of the things that they're doing with Nakobe out is they're moving Nolan Smith and let him play off the ball. He was taking snaps as an off the ball linebacker. Do you think that's a good idea? And that they should use him in that way? Is there a specific way you would want to use Nolan Smith?
Yeah, I mean, there's Eagle fans going back and forth on this because they feel like they should, one, with having Nolan Smith focus on one position going into the offseason and not, using him at multiple, maybe he can handle it. I mean, that's what I'm hoping. If it's, Sam linebacker, if it's the Will, I don't know. I mean, it's multiple positions. So if he can handle it, then that's fine. If Sean decides, if Nolan Smith isn't comfortable with it, then, then Sean Desai won't do it, then he won't, use him in multiple ways. But I feel like as selfish as we can be for him to be a full pass rusher for the Eagles, I feel like he's got so much athleticism. I feel like we're going to be wasting a lot of his other talents. He's got very short area quickness. He's very good with his feet. He moves really well. So I think you got to do more with him. I mean, I'm starting to open up to the idea more and more as camp has been going on with him. If part of the plan is if they don't go after a linebacker because they know they have, Nolan Smith there and he can do a lot, then that's fine with me. The more the merrier.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think they want to use him as a Swiss Army knife. I think they want him to be. I think they want him to be on the field. I think they want to get that athleticism on the field. So you have to find ways to use him. I mean, if the guy runs a 4.39, can he cover tight ends? Let him do it at times. I say let the guy do whatever he can do to get on the field. Because if you're just primarily having him as a pass rusher, like an edge rusher, like Hassan Reddick, and then he's not going to get a lot of playing time because you're not going to take Hassan Reddick out. So I think you got to find ways to use them, and I think it's very encouraging. I think they're going to use them a lot like the Cowboys used Parsons.
Oh yeah, you can.
I think
let
that's
them
exactly what they want to do,
dude. Let them hunt on the line of scrimmage. Make quarterbacks make quarterbacks nervous. I mean, you're already going to have you have Graham and Reddick already on the edge. If you want to put him as an outside linebacker, then you could just have him pick a side and just shoot the gap. I think it'd be perfect, honestly.
These comments are always the best. Philly D, thank you for the super chat. He says, I got my new Kelly Green, and my wife told me I need a bra.
Jesus.
Oh, man. I should just borrow my wife's. Hey, baby, I borrowed this from you. From my jersey. Oh, man. I can't wait to wear it, but geez. That's funny. I hope, besides being abroad, does it fit okay?
Oh my God.
That's funny. That is hilarious. Oh, Tim and thank you so much for the super chat, man. Shout out to you. He said, I said this before, but I will not have a debate or respond to a Cowboy fans until they learn how to spell, make improvements on their grammar, or their team actually becomes relevant and can compete without bench warmers. Thank you so much for the super chat. So what you're saying is you will not talk to Mark Holmes for another 50, 60 years because the Cowboys aren't going to be competing or winning anything anytime soon. That's for sure. But, man, thank you so much for the super chat, man. In all seriousness, thank you. We appreciate it. Nolan Smith, he's going to be a fascinating person to watch at training camp, in preseason. I really am curious to see how they're going to use him. But I just think that they look at him going, he's just too athletic. We have to find a way to get him involved. And I'm all for it, especially because, look, Jacoby Dean goes down, and then you have Morrow. They're not, Morrow's not even, he's losing snaps already. So you really are thin at linebacker. We have heard nothing from Davion Taylor, really nothing from Sean Bradley. So we don't hear anything from these guys. I still think linebacker is a place that they should really consider going out and making a trade for. Now that our guy Yannick Ngakoue
I know, man,
signed with the Bears,
fucking sucks. He's on the hype train with the Bears, dude. He thinks they're Super Bowl bound right now.
I know they'll be better, but they're not Super Bowl. But the fact that he's like he's gone, I think a guy like Patrick Queen or somebody like that. I would say this: if I could get a linebacker, I'd go like Patrick Queen. If I could get a safety, I would go Jeremy Chin, because I think Budda Baker's he's done. He got paid. They redid his contract. He's not going to go anywhere now either.
Isaiah Simmons is another one they could trade for too. He's a nice hybrid guy as well. So I think the only free agent that has signed so far, like linebacker wise, I think Kwan Alexander. I forgot what team he signed to. He was another hybrid guy that needs to stay healthy, but he signed with another team. I think a week and a half ago, something like that.
No, I'm not sure. Phil, thank you for super chat. He goes, Joey, let me know if you want a $350 authentic one. Only AJ and Jalen are being made, but not available yet. But I have a Nike connection. Mine comes Monday.
Hell yeah, dude.
I might have to get myself a like one of those 350 because those are actually stitched. I believe everything's stitched onto those.
Right.
So
yeah, Phil. Hit me. Go into my last video because I haven't been putting I have a new Twitter. My old Twitter got suspended, so hit me up on my Twitter. I'll put the Twitter in the live chat, but my thing should be different. I have a new Twitter account now, so you can hit me up on there. I do appreciate it, man, very much.
Well, I need to sip before I read this.
Or X, or I should call it X now.
Pinky up when you drink, by the way. He says, Dex says, Philly 500, do you think Carson Wentz's hair loss contributed to his bad play in Philly? What is he, Samson? Do I think I don't know. I think his hair loss didn't contribute to bad play. I think the bad play contributed to his hair loss. I think Nick Foles contributed to his loss, you know?
It's crazy, man. He's got no job. It's nuts how things change so drastically.
Yeah, there's a hi, Mama Hurt. Oh, is Miss Hertz here? Hello, Mrs. Hertz. Hi, Rob. I'll pop my head in Philly media every once in a while. Oh, there you go. Mrs. Hertz's mom's here.
Really?
Thank you for coming in. Yeah.
Wow.
She
Thank you.
comes on YouTube. Yeah, we love your son. He's great. Best thing that has happened to this city, man, in terms of an athlete. You gotta love the kid, man.
100%.
He's gonna have a big year. Big Marshall, thank you for super chat. 500. If that was the case, why not grab both? One-time Jeremy Chin, linebacker safety makes sense to me. I would be all for Jeremy Chin if you could get him. Yeah, I mean, I would be all for it. Now he can play all over the place. You're saying linebacker and safety. I know he does punt returns. He can do punt returns too. I would be open to it. I think the Eagles would make a move on safety. See, I think they're definitely looking, because if you look at all the people that they keep bringing in to work out, a lot of it's been wide receivers and then safeties. So I think they're looking, and then you're getting guys like everybody's rotating in and getting those starting reps. Not that doesn't happen already, but I mean, it seems like something's up with this. What do you think? You think something's up with the safety position?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're letting everything play out. I mean, the Chauncey signing came really late, and I feel like they're in the market looking for. They want some similar type, high caliber safety type trade they did last year. Kind of want to do the same thing this year, and that's perfectly fine. Like I think we have to look at Sidney Brown. I think we have to just see things play out, but I don't know. Reed Blankenship, I think, is prime, because I feel like he's the only one that really hasn't switched out for the line from the safety spot too much. Like, I think they really like Reed a lot. I think it's that other spot that's worrisome. So we'll see.
Yeah. No, I agree. Pamela Hurt says, thank you all. We are proud of the Philly fan base for making us feel like family. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah. He's great representation for the city. Just gotta love the way he carries himself, just a lot of respect for him.
Definitely.
And definitely gonna get that MVP this year. This is our year. Let's see. Jameson says, Jalen learned after the best mom you raised great. Absolutely. 100%. Doc Rivers says, I see Jamal Adams move for Burnett and a pick. Jamal Adams. I haven't. He was hurt last year, wasn't he? Was he hurt last year?
I thought he was. Yeah.
I can't remember. But geez, maybe. I wonder what's going to happen with Derek Burnett. Now you heard Derek Burnett was taking, like, they've been putting him at linebacker too. So I you know, they got to find a place for him because they're pretty deep defensive line. So we'll see, man. It should be interesting. Here, I got a question. What do you think so far about the running back situation? Do you think like we're going to have like 4 running backs, or do you think we're gonna end up keeping 5? Because from everything we're hearing, is Trey Sermon has absolutely looked great. I don't know if that's going to mean something or not. But what are your thoughts on the running back situation?
It's tough. I mean, I still think they keep 4 unless somebody gets hurt. I mean, if somebody gets hurt, I feel like Sermon will get the roster spot maybe. But I mean, I feel like we're missing that element to our offense, which is, getting these running backs involved in the passing game. So it's not just Gainwell. It's now with, DeAndre Swift being the focal point of this offense, chip on his shoulder, ready to go. I mean, it's absolutely amazing what I've seen from training camp from Swift so far. It's like, I think like 95% of the time he's getting the ball thrown to him. And you see the difference, what they did with Miles Sanders. They would never do that during training camp with him whatsoever. Like they literally want to get DeAndre Swift in this passing game. And you can line them up anywhere you want. I mean, it's a mismatch heaven. It's great.
Well, we talked about it last year because it was like that was the one element of that offense. Like if you could add a running back who could catch out of the backfield, how do you stop all of it? You know what I mean? You're gonna have to deal with AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Goddard, right? Then you have to deal with the threat that Hurts can run. Then you have now a running back who he can throw the ball and dump the ball to. I don't know how you can deal with that. Like, to me, that's a big element to add to this football team. You add the element of where you have a threat out of the backfield catching. I just don't know how you stop this offense. I really don't. So it makes complete sense to me that they would do that,
Yeah, you could line it. I mean, Nick even said he doesn't even think of him as a running back. He thinks of him as a wide receiver. I mean, his catch and run is so good, changing direction. I think when it comes to running backs, he's one of the most elite backs when it comes to vision, see things before things happen. I mean, I just imagine what he does on a check down or having Swift in open space, getting him to the second level all the time, with some of these runs. I'm excited for the whole group. I mean, Rashad Penny, looks a lot lighter on his feet right now. He's losing weight. Yeah. He feels a lot better. The Eagles, health department really took good care of him. And you know what, if Trey Sermon, starts to do some things, or, I think he only had the bad thing I heard from Trey Sermon really is he had one fumble. And I think that was it. But he's been, it's to keep 5. I don't know, because Boston Scott's probably not going to get much playing time. He's going to be a kick returner, most likely, I would expect. I mean, we saw, I don't know. We saw Rashad Penny do kick returns. We saw AJ Brown do kick returns. I don't know if that was a joke or
I don't think it was. I couldn't imagine that, but you know what? Maybe the idea with the kick returns is going to change with the new rule. Right, all you have to do is fair catch it anywhere, and it's at the 25-yard line. Could it be possible teams just put out their best receiver and just fair catch it? Don't even try, just fair catch it. I'm just wondering. I really hate that rule, by the way. I think it stinks. Dank says Sills is going to say that when they until proven otherwise. What? Sills still hating on the team? Oh, yeah. Look, I think he just wants to get you guys all routed up. I do. I don't believe he possibly can believe that Dallas Cowboys are going to beat the Eagles in the NFC Championship. I just don't believe anybody with a half a brain can believe that. Only Cowboy fans can believe that. Otherwise, they're not that good. John Wick. Love the movies, even though I haven't seen one yet. I've never seen a John Wick yet. Thank you for Super Chat. He goes, 8,500. What happened to your singing your classic hits like The Entertainer and Where's the Swamp? Oh, we sing them. We sing them. But I usually save those for the streams. especially because I can't remember some of the words. I have to go back remember, but we'll be doing a lot of singing. I even have a few other songs. Let's see here. But thank you for super chat, John Wick. Let's see. Isaac says, what do you think about using Nolan Smith as a positionless piece and just letting him eat? I don't, know about just letting him just kind of go wherever he wants. I think what you'll see is them move him to different positions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think sometimes he could play Nakobe Dean's position. He could play edge rusher. Like, I think they'll find ways to move him around because he's just so athletic. The guy runs a 4.39. That's a lot.
If you're deep at defensive line, right now, you really don't have to. You can counter that and I can afford to move Nolan around if you really want to. You're deep at that position. I mean, our second defensive line, our two lines can start for a team right now. I mean, that's how kind of crazy it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of the lines, what do you see? Here's my thing. I this is what I always say. Like, I forget who I was saying this to. And they're like, "Oh, come on, man!" But I was like, when the Eagles go and they practice, right, and you have the best offensive line practicing against the best defensive line. You have AJ Brown and Devontae Smith practicing against Darius Slay and James Bradbury. Like, these guys are going out and they're practicing all week against players who are going to be better than who they play on Sunday. There's no reason why this team is ever going to be worried or scared of any team, because to me, the practices are going to always be harder. You know what I'm saying? It's like playing Madden on all Madden like level and then switching it back to like normal and everything moving slow. You know what I'm saying? This team, God, they're good. This team is stock, man.
Really good.
There's no question about it.
Mistakes are going to happen during training camp. It's just going to happen. So everyone can't freak out over little things unless it's happening for multiple weeks. But this is the time where you can make mistakes. So,
Spun says, "Can you guys make your roster predictions? We have time. Let's do it." Now, I haven't even seen one. We haven't even seen one preseason game yet. I mean, I'll do a 53-man roster, which will be completely wrong because they always are. But I mean, I don't even know, like, I mean, I can give you a position. Maybe we could do maybe like a position. Maybe you could just do one position. That makes sense. Right. Yeah, I could do one. Throw a position out there. I mean, obviously, like the quarterback and stuff, you know how that's going to be, but like certain positions, you just don't know.
Yeah, I think if you look at cornerback, you have your starting three with Slay, you have Maddox, you have Bradbury. I think you're going to keep 6 corners this year, so I think you're going to have Joe. I think you're going to have Josh Jobe. I think you're going to have McPherson, and I think you're going to have Keely Ringo. I think those are going to be your 3 other cornerbacks. Jobe has been playing pretty good. He was beat back in the end zone by Devontae Smith, and then came back with a deflection on Smith. He's been playing pretty big too.
Backing up Bradbury. But what about like Eli Ricks? You think he'll make it? Practice squad?
Haven't heard much, unfortunately.
What do you think? How many running backs do you think they keep? 4? So if they keep 4 running backs, I'm assuming you think Sermon's the odd man out. But what if Sermon goes out and plays great? Who would be the guy that you cut? Like, to me, it's just like it's just so early. Like it's hard. I can't do like some of those big cuts. I think there's legitimate questions.
I mean,
Nagata is playing really, really well. Could he possibly, knock somebody off of this roster?
They're not going to sit out Rashad Penny in preseason, are they? Like, they have to use him. Like, they can't just sit him out.
I think if anybody, and I don't know how it's going to work out, but if let's say the Eagles just keep 4, and let's say Trey Sermon plays really good, and they're like, okay, Sermon's been too good, we can't get rid of him. Who are they going to cut? Boston Scott? I don't think they cut Boston Scott. I don't think they cut. I think it's Penny.
Wow.
So it's like it's really hard to know. I just we have to see how things shake out. There are players that are not on this roster right now that will be on this 53-man roster.
Yeah, somebody mentioned in the chat Kennedy
You know.
Brooks. He's not going to have a chance. He's got way too much in front of him right now. It's way too much. He didn't have a fair opportunity last year. Like they used him on a couple plays in the preseason. I mean, it's not enough. Like you know what I mean? Like I think Kenny Brooks is more of a north and south runner anyway. Go ahead.
But you know why they did that with Kennedy Brooks, right? They didn't want him. They didn't want teams having any tape on him. They wanted him on a practice squad. So I'm serious. If you don't want somebody to get picked up, you either put him like phantom injury type thing, or you don't want to give too much tape out. So you don't want somebody to pick him up. Skid Marks, thank you for super chat. He goes, Penny was explosive in college as a returner. He was, absolutely. And if he could return NBA returner in this, that would be like great. I'm not saying Penny's not going to make it. Like I don't know, but I'm just saying like we haven't seen one preseason game. We have no idea. I think at least preseason, by the way they play guys, could be a telltale sign. Like you're going to see the starters probably like a series or two. Then we're not going to see them, and then the way they treated the second string guys, where like they'd play them a series in the second, third, and then they'd be out pretty quick. So like I think the guys that are playing on the field are probably battling for a position spot. Guys that maybe you're saying, well, they got this guy, but they never play him. They're probably trying to stash him. You know, that's the
one. The one guy I'm really looking forward to is when he comes back is Devin Allen. I really want him to come. I mean, the problem is he does all this Grand Prix shit in the offseason. He does all this Olympic crap, hurdles. He does all these competitions, and it really messes him up because he gets hurt. He has a calf injury right now, so hopefully by preseason, by that time, like he can at least somewhat have competition for punt return, kick return, whatever the case may be with that, because he's got the speed for it. I mean, he's 27? What is he, 28 years old? I mean, he hasn't played an NFL snap in his career. He gave us that long touchdown last year in the offseason, in the preseason game. I think it was against the Browns, but I want to see more of him, as much as I think Covey I thought he, got a little bit better by the second half of the season. But like I said, I think they treat special teams like the redheaded stepchild right now. And Michael Clay's a shitty coach. He's part of that.
Are you talking about Carson Wentz again?
What? No, I'm just saying, like, special teams is because of that rule now on kick returns. Maybe they're not going to value kick returns that much. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know that they will. But it makes you wonder where Devin Allen's going to fit in, because I don't think he did any punt returns or kick returns last year. I don't know if he did it. No, but I would sure like to see him try, man. Z-Man says, this man never seen not one John. No, I've never seen a John Wick.
Me neither.
You never saw that?
John Wick? No.
Joey's never even watched it. Now, I'm even offended at that. Joey,
you said you didn't watch John Wick.
I know, but I haven't watched John Wick. You haven't watched, like, something about Mary. That's like that's holding you down, man. You got to watch that. Clark, thank you for super chat. He goes, Joey 500, what's up? What's going on, my man? How are you?
What's going on, Clark?
I'm trying to catch up. I'm so far behind. Skid Marks, thank you for super chat again. He goes, Gardner at cornerback. He has been a beast in camp. He had the hit of camp so far.
Was it on Rambo? They couldn't tell what receiver it was. Was it Rambo?
I think it was Rambo. I think it was on Rambo. This is what I'm saying, though. Like, this is why I can't do a 53-man roster, because these guys, we haven't even seen these guys play in a preseason game, so we'll have a better idea, but, usually the 53-man roster predictions are always wrong anyways, what I want to see, like, when we watch, so we're playing next week is a game, right? The first game's next Saturday.
We have 7 days.
7 days. So what we'll have to do is we'll do like, we'll have to do we'll do a post game. We'll do a regular shakedown, because that's like, because it'll be like over like right around now, so it'll be perfect timing.
Yeah,
like we went an hour early tonight.
Does it start at 7? It starts at 7, doesn't it?
I think it's 7. Yeah. I think it's 7. I think it's on NFL.
My time, sorry, East Coast.
Yeah, 7 your time. Tim Davis super chat. He goes, the adversity Hurts has experienced throughout his football life definitely molded him into an elite athlete, the elite leader and the elite man he is today. I'm so happy that he's our quarterback. He's our role. I agree. Total role model. Absolutely. 100%. You know, they're just certain guys. Like I like the fact that they were showing a screensaver with him walking off the field after Super Bowl. Like, dude, I like that. Like he's not running away from again. Like he's facing it and he knows that, you know, he wants it to remind him, I'm sure. But he's motivated, man. I think he's gonna have a monster year. Like I said, I think he has a big year this year. And he's gonna show a lot of people up because, you know, especially Cowboy fans, you get, oh, it's a 1 year thing. It was 1 year. I definitely don't think it was 1 year thing. And if you look at the way he played in the Super Bowl, all you had to do was give him the ball back and they win that Super Bowl. There's no doubt in my mind they'll win a Super Bowl if they don't call a penalty there. That penalty ruined everything.
I get it.
You know? And Tim, thank you for super chat, my man. Game Time Brian, he goes, he's talking John Jones. Game Time Brian lives in South Jersey, but he's a Cowboy fan. I don't know how that happens. That's like the worst combination. How do you be like from Philly and be a Cowboy fan? I never understood. And there's a lot. Cowboy fans are all over the place. I've never lived or been somewhere where I'm like, wow, there's not a lot of Cowboy fans here. They're everywhere. You know?
True.
It's just crazy. Like they really are like cockroaches. Philly D. Davis super chat. He goes, let Game Time and Mark on the live. So they want to come in on the live? Is that what you're saying? Tell them that. Why they want to come in? Well, I don't know. We'll see. Mark wants to come in. Oh yeah, definitely pause. That's a big pause, but
I posted a video the other day. I tagged you in it on Twitter. I don't know if you got it, but I tagged you in something.
I didn't see. What did it say?
It was just a stupid clip we had when you were talking about balls and you were saying a bunch of weird stuff.
Oh, pause.
So I gotta always upload that stuff. It's great. So
let's see. Dwight says, Philly 500, did you see the Dallas Cowboys defense today in practice? Oh my God, that defense is so scary. Like scary bad. Like, oh my God, they're gonna go up all these points. Oh my God. See, I don't know. You know, I saw like I thought Elliott Shore-Parks was bad with his like posting the statistics, you know, like, and it's fine. I enjoy it, so I don't care that he does it. But like, I saw one Cowboy guy going, that was the 80th touchdown Dak Prescott has thrown this preseason compared to 4 interceptions. It was like 40 touchdowns. It's like, and Dak Prescott just threw his 40th touchdown pass of the preseason. I go, oh my gosh. And then they showed the play, and it was like a drill. It was like a one-on-one drill where the tight ends go into the end zone, and he threw it to him. And they counted as
who's the player that Mozzie like just threw over? Like people were making a big deal about it, but I want to know like there was like a one-on-one where Mozzie like threw this. He like took him like upside down and threw him on the ground. Like no joke. I don't know who he did
I don't
that
know.
to.
I saw the one where he got totally destroyed and got pushed back and back and back. I saw that one, but you know, I didn't see the other one. Let's see. Isaac says, I was going to say they're counting one-on-one drills, touchdowns. I said, no, they are. But it was just funny. Like the tweet was like, and ladies and gentlemen, Dak Prescott. And it was serious. Like he just threw his 40th touchdown pass of training camp. And then they show it was like a one-on-one drill with tight end. Like, oh my gosh. This is crazy.
Tyron Smith. No, he did not. He didn't throw Tyron. No, not that clip. There's no way.
No,
sorry.
Tyron Smith.
The clip where Mozzie like literally just took this guy. And threw him to the ground. I don't think that was Tyron Smith. I don't think so.
No, it wasn't. No. Yeah. Don't delete Christopher. Please. He could speak his mind if he wants to troll. Let him troll. Doesn't affect us.
Yeah, don't delete messages, dude. Don't delete.
Yeah, don't delete it. If he says somebody's better hurt, somebody's better than this guy, just let him talk, man. They can talk. I'm not the censor police here. You know, he'll be wrong again. They're just trolling. J Dubs, thank you for super check from Alberta, Canada. Says fly Eagles fly, baby. Absolutely. Yeah, Tyrone Smith, he definitely beat the crap. Mozzie Smith, dude, they keep telling Mozzie Smith. Dude, we got Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. All right, I'll take that any day of the week. Dylan Jordan, thank you for super chat. He goes, everybody drop a like on the stream like Quez Watkins drops touchdowns. Oh, man. Hey, what are your thoughts on Quez? That's a guy we definitely need to talk about because that number 3 wide receiver battle is a big battle, man. What are your thoughts so far?
I don't think there's a battle, dude. I really don't. Really? I feel like Quez is already in the. I think he's way ahead of everybody else. I feel like Quez is doing like he does. He has good camps like this. It's just, can he do this in the regular season? Like, that's where it's going to count the most. Like, I think he's running routes with purpose. I think he's catching everything. He's doing a great job. It's just when it comes to the regular season, we just got to see it, and he's got to be alert. And the wide receiver 3 position is one of the worst positions in football because you're not the focal point in an offense. You're really not. You're there, as the third option. You're not. There were times last year where Quez, the throw is there. He was wide open. Sometimes he wasn't paying attention. He wasn't ready for it. You have to be ready when your number is called, when Hurts is extending a play or the check down doesn't work, or it just depends. But I feel like he's already got the job, honestly. I don't think there really is too much of a competition, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's his face? Oz has made a couple of nice plays and had a couple of nice days. Quez too. I mean, we'll see. That's another battle that I can't wait to see in preseason, Q says, I don't even know how to pronounce your name. Is it Kua? I don't know. Phil, you stream tomorrow reacting to clips from the public practice. Yeah, I will be streaming live tomorrow during public practice. Anybody who's at practice that wants to call in, I'll have a link posted. You could call in, you could talk about what you're seeing, everything like that. And then when I started the show, for those that might have missed it, if you're going to be at practice tomorrow, and if you feel like, and you can get me 45 minutes of camera footage, of like recorded video, 45 minutes to an hour of good footage, I will buy you a Kelly Green jersey. I will buy whoever does a Kelly Green jersey. However, you've got to contact me before the practice tonight. I'm only going to do it for one person. So you have to contact, we have to work the deal out. But if somebody can get me good footage, I would be willing to pay, a Kelly Green replica jersey, something that I could use on my channel, things like that. So if somebody's going there and feels like doing that, reach out to me. Let me see here. Skid Marks, every super chat. He goes, it was Rookie Smith. I don't know what we're talking about. David super chat. Man, we got over 500 people in the chat, by the way. Thank you guys so much. I don't know if this thing's on slow mode or not, but I feel like I'm getting killed with the chat today. J Dubs, thank you for super chat. He goes, Mozzie Smith is a dollar store Jalen Carter.
Dollar store.
I love it. I mean, listen, Mozzie Smith may turn out to be a good player, but it's not going to be the game changer the Cowboys think it is. The players that we lost isn't the game changer they think it is. We still got Hurts is back, A.J. Brown's back, Devontae Smith back, that whole offensive line is back. Our running back, I think, as a whole is better. Our offense hasn't changed. It's going to be even better this year. So True. I don't know how teams are going to stop it. And then when you look at our players we lost on defense, I think the linebacking positional changes were planned. I think they wanted Nakobe Dean to take over because they think he's better. I think the safety position, I think that's a fair one. And then as far as the defensive tackle spot, I think that Jordan Davis and Carter combined should be able to make up for any loss that we had there. I think we're going to be good to go.
Yeah, I totally believe it. Yeah. Definitely.
Reach out. Yeah, pause. Yeah, reach out to me. Pause.
It's not that.
Yeah,
bad.
McPherson. Now McPherson's been the main backup guy in the slot, right? And Job has been backing up Bradbury on the outside. So those two guys look like they got an inside track, right, to make it. Keely has been what? Has he been primarily outside right now? Or has he been?
He's been outside.
I think there were a couple times I know he lined up in the slot, but primarily on the outside. I'm hearing good things by him. Like I'm hearing like people within the organization like they think this kid is Slay's replacement. Like he's going to be good. Like they think he's that good. Like that's great news, man. But I mean,
when is Slay's contract
really
up
fast, right?
after next year? Was it this year or next year?
I think it's 2 years, but I'm not sure. Man, I'm so thirsty today. Jeez.
Let me see.
Keely Ringo, for the most part, I mean, we're hearing good things about what they want and think about him, like going in the future. He did pick off Marcus Mariota, who's somebody we probably should talk about a little bit because I think he has struggled somewhat, right? Early in the camp, Mariota. According, and when we say struggle, this is what's being reported by people, the media. We're not actually there to be able to see for ourselves, which is a shame. But what they're saying is that Mariota has struggled in the passing department. I think he was a little bit better, they said the other day, but I know Keely Ringo had a pick on him. And I think that my thing is this: is that I think that Mariota will be fine as a backup. Hopefully he's on the sideline. You don't have to worry about it. But I'm not too worried about him throwing interceptions in practice. I really am not.
No, he's had more bad days than good. He's probably only had like maybe a 1.5 to 2 good days, barely that. I mean, I'm hearing that his running is very good. I mean, he's always been good scrambling, and he's had some questionable throws, but this is the time where we make mistakes. So we'll see some Mariota in preseason, no doubt. So.
Right. John Jones says, how can we call in 5-0? So tomorrow when I'm streaming the open practice, right? Well, I can't actually put it on my channel and stuff, but usually the Eagles, they put it up there and they stream the drills part of it. But I'll have a link. So to anybody that's there that wants to call in, say, tell us how it's going, what they're seeing and stuff, can call in. And then when they're not calling in, I'm sure I'll have people who are just in the chat that want to call it, that, want to come on. It'll be video link. But if you're not showing your face, I ain't putting you on because there's too many times I get whack jobs that wait till I put them on and then boom, Dex is 500 when it gets what? I gotta read this. I read the it gets hard part, and I gotta read the rest of this before I read out loud because I have no idea. What the? I don't know.
Answer it, damn it.
I don't know. I think that would be an answer probably better.
As long as you stay paused, it's fine. You're good.
I think it would be suited better for Long King Kong Schlong. He probably could answer it better than I can. So where was I? Who did I click off of? Oh, crap. I'm sorry. If Allen does not work out, we should use Scott for punt returns. He was very effective last year and gave us a good field position when he returned punts. Oh, I mean, you got to remember Britton Covey, too. He actually played good in the second half of the season. Will he take another step? I've heard, they've been saying that he looks a lot better as a receiver. So we'll see what he does in the return game. He may be the answer, and he just needed another year.
He said he lost more weight. He lost another 5 pounds. Like, how much more weight do you have to lose unless he's getting a little bit packed with more muscle? But, Jesus. Right. He's like 170. Yeah. I don't know what he is.
Yeah. John says, you all still want Ringo at safety? I think he's a prototype outside corner. Glad he's getting better and making plays. Whatever it fits him best and, it would be the best position, I'm fine with. I just want him to be successful. So the only reason I've ever even brought up safety was just because the scouting reports leading the draft were all saying that GMs and stuff think he's going to make a better safety than corner. But no, I would prefer if he could play outside corner and be that guy for the future. That would be absolutely great, to be honest with you.
Right.
Remo says maybe we should all give Quez standing ovation like Trey so he could turn it around too. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I like it. Here's the thing, though. Like I said this in a video, and I swear I mean it. Like Quez Watkins, people can give him crap. He's taken a lot of crap this all season.
Yeah,
I
true.
think the kid still can play. I personally think he's going to rebound this year. But man, he's handled himself really well. Like, you gotta respect the way he's handled himself. He hasn't been like fighting and with people on Twitter and things like that. You remember with Rager when he would fight with the fans and then he would like private his account.
He blocked me. He fucking blocked me.
Yeah, you know, at least Quez said the one thing he had to say, and he's gone out and he's just done his work. You haven't heard anything. So I kind of like how Quez has handled himself in this whole thing, and I'm definitely rooting for him. Though, you know, he hasn't broke down, he hasn't lost it. He's just been working, and so far, you know, they're saying he looks good. He looks better. Usually at camp, like in these practices last few years, Quez has a lot of drops, and so far we haven't seen it. So hopefully that'll translate into the games.
Yeah, I hope so. That's all I care about.
Yeah, me too. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up with this. Bonzology. I think Bonzology might have been the guy who invented the name Quez Dropkins, by the way. It was the first time I ever heard it. Quez Dropkins is his name. Magoo is his game. Oh, God. Man. I thought Quez has handled himself well. Now, hopefully this will translate on the field, you know. I'm forever says Quez literally had one bad year, shake my head, and admit he was playing injured. He'll bounce back. Watch. I agree. I think you're right. The thing is, if Quez bounces back and has a good year, I mean, what he gives you in terms of speed, I mean, dude, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you could have him bounce back, have a good year with the speed he gives you in the slot, I mean, it's just another weapon for Hurts.
We hold the receiver group to a high standard now. It's much different than it was a few years ago. So Quez didn't drop like 10, 11, passes last year. But the thing is, it's like he made mistakes at crucial times, like that Washington game. Even though we kind of got screwed by the refs on the Dallas Goedert face mask, then Hurts really came in for us. Pause twice. And, Quez gets up off the ground on a big reception, fumbles the ball. We could have been 8-0 that game. We could have still been undefeated. And then when he has the shoulder sprain, the grade 2 shoulder sprain, which I don't even think we knew about during the season. We didn't find out until after the season. They gave him one of the biggest moments in the Super Bowl, and it goes right through his hands. I mean, perfect pass right there. And, you don't have a guy in consecutive games, and then you give him this. I mean, I understand it's confidence, the head coach trying to give a player confidence, but you really have to be careful in games like this and giving guys big opportunity like that. I would have rather had somebody else try to catch that, like Devontae Smith, or move some guys around to do something like that. I don't know. Or do another play. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the spots on where he fumbled and dropped the ball is why people remember it so much. I mean, we're gonna find out. And Bonzology says Dropkins can prove 0 in training camp. Yeah, it's going to be in the games. It's going to have to be in the games. But I mean, it's really him and Oz, right? I mean, it's going to be one of those two guys that are going to be your third wide receiver. And we'll have to see how it unfolds. I mean, like, it's crazy because we're a week into camp. It seems like so much has happened. And then it's like, oh my gosh, we haven't even played a preseason game yet.
I know.
Like, we're talking about, like, this guy's make the team, this guy. We haven't even seen one preseason game yet. We have no idea. I'm expecting the starters to probably play like one series and then they're done for preseason. I don't think you're going to see much of them, but will we see a lot of like the rookies? Will we see Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith? Will they be out there a lot? That's what I want to see. Is Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean, if Nakobe Dean's healthy, are they going to get extra snaps this preseason? What about the safety position? I mean, Sidney Brown, I want him to take the spot. I want it to be Sidney Brown and Blankenship. That's what I want. And he's now getting team one. I think he just looks to me like, you look at that kid, he looks like a safety dude. He looks like I think he's going to start. I do. I think Sidney Brown and Blankenship will be your starters when the season starts. I really do. But there's got to be a battle there. I mean, Kevon Wallace was getting. See, you remember you asked about Christian Ellis, and you said, is Christian Ellis looking good and getting time because Morrow's been so bad, or is it because Christian Ellis has been so good? You asked that earlier, and I said, well, I think it's Christian Ellis has been good because of the OTAs in spring. They said he was turning heads. Pause. But Kevon Wallace, we didn't hear anything about him, and then all of a sudden he's getting first team reps.
Right.
That to me is where I'm
it's Sean Desai getting it's Sean Desai getting the best out of his players defensively. Like, is he giving everyone a fair shot? And like he said, he didn't have first team, second team, third team. He's getting everyone a fair chance, and maybe he knows how it's an early process right now. So you're trying to find out the strengths and weaknesses of all his players, not setting these players up to fail, as we watched last year in some cases. But I feel like maybe we're gonna get a good Kevon Wallace. I don't know, but I have to see it. I can't go on reports too much, but it's there, So
right,
we'll see.
Right. I think Christian Ellis is a player. I mean, to me, when you look at all the OTAs and everything we heard, and then what he's doing now, I think he's a player. And then I think the safety position, I think Quez is in there. I mean, Kevon is in there because they're trying to find somebody to go with Blankenship. It's interesting that Blankenship has been taking all first team snaps, but everybody else is rotating. That tells you right there, J Dubs, David Super Chat. He goes, Deuce Vaughn looks like a Make-A-Wish winner because he's so small. Jeez, you guys are brutal. Man. The Cowboys fans say he's like Darren Sproles. He's Darren Sproles reincarnated. Problem is when you look at Darren Sproles and you see his legs, they're like tree trunks, dude. He's like powerful, We'll see. Fuzz from Australia, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Do you think Hassan Reddick is the Eagles' most important player, as he single-handedly won us the NFC championship game on defense? Obviously, if we're going total team, I have to say Hurts is the most important player because he's your quarterback, I think. But if you're talking in terms of just the defense, it's a great question. I think in terms of defense, I'll say yes. Right now, yes. But I think that Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter are going to determine what level of like greatness this defense can go to. Yep. Because I think Jordan Davis, if he comes in and he didn't lose any weight. I don't know if we talked about this last week. The guy hasn't lost any weight. He looks 30 pounds lighter. But if he comes in and he's a player, and you're going to get what you get from everybody else, I think this defense goes to another level. But as far as the most important defensive player, it's a tough one. But I would say Hassan Reddick. What do you think, Joey? It's a good question.
I would probably change my answer to I'd probably say two guys. I'd probably say Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, because you're going to be losing veterans next year. I think they really have to produce after losing Hargrave. You're depending much on Jalen Carter. Fletcher Cox leaves after this year. You know what I mean? Kadavius Street
for this year, this team going into this year, who's the most important player on defense? If you're talking about just going to this year, it's definitely Hassan Reddick. There's no doubt. Yeah. Because if you lose Reddick, you lose 16. I think that's what he means. I don't know, but I think that's what he means. And did you see the media trying to bait Reddick into answering a question about
his pay and if he's underpaid? That's Jeff McLean. That's Jeff McLean doing that every year. That's how he is.
Jeff McLean, Mr. McLean. Ah, man, yeah, that's crazy.
Could we see? Here's another question: could we actually see him hold out next year if he has another double-digit sack season this year? Do you think he will hold out for more money? That's the big question. He might. But I think if he has double-digit sacks this year, I think he deserves a contract.
Yeah, he does. Give him a contract. If he's played 2 out of his 3 years and he's at double, yes, give him a contract. But after 1 year, I think it would be too early. And he's not holding out. But they were trying to look for anything to have some sort of controversy.
Right.
Mike Ockhurts. I know what it's supposed to. What the hell is that thumbnail?
You
What
are
is
like
that?
you are blind. You are blind, my friend. You are blind.
I can't. I still can't see. I just see my big head.
Read it. Read
Oh,
it.
there's a person. There's a person next to me. What
Oh,
the
the
hell is
picture? I
that?
didn't even notice that was you
Yeah,
at
the
all.
picture. Oh yeah, the Mike Ocker. I totally messed up on that. I read it before I read it. I said it before I read it. But now I'm looking at the thumbnail. What the hell is that? Oh my God, you guys are crazy. It's hilarious. Philly, do you still watch boxing? Are you watching? I do watch boxing, but I don't watch those Paul brothers. I have no interest in them fighting. I don't watch them fight. Where they, I'm not interested in them. But I will watch, like the other last week's fight and stuff. I definitely will watch. Well, let's see.
Man, people got some.
I have to read. I'm reading these now before I click on them.
Yes.
Kevin Tur says y'all should watch the Bootleg Football podcast breakdown of the Eagles. They do a really good job of explaining everything. I've never heard of them, but I'll try to check. I'll try to check them out. No doubt about it. Did I miss any super chats here or something? Let's see. Fuzz, we got his. We got J-Dubs. That was kind of funny. Let's see here.
Philly, do you have the fear of your death?
What?
Oh my God.
Des, I see you keep asking me the conspiracy theory stuff, but I can't click on it because then they throttle me. Pause. Do you fear your testicles somehow getting tied inside? I do not. I do not have this fear. No. JoJo's twist might twin. I thought I said twist. JoJo's twin. Do you guys think that Swift will be the best or close to the best running back in the league if he stays healthy? I'll let you answer that one.
I mean, I think all-purpose yard. I think with all-purpose yards, I think he'll get 1,000 yards easy. But as the best running back in the league, just depends because I feel like this is obviously a pass first offense. They're going to run with Swift a lot, and the other running backs going to share the carries, but he's going to get the ball thrown to him a lot too. So I think all-purpose yards he'll get 1,000 easily. As a pure running back, I still think he'd get 1,000 yards, but one of the best he could if he stays healthy. I think there's a big chance. I really do. There's a chance.
Best running back in the league. If he's, I don't know, but I'll say. I think he could be. I think he has the upside to be a top 5 running back. I think he has that kind of potential. Will it be realized? That's a whole nother thing. I do agree with you. I do think he's going to have a lot of total yards. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he has like 800 yards on the ground and 500 yards to the air. Like, I think he's going to have something like that. Maybe 1,000. Just over 1,000 yards on the ground and 600 yards in the air. I do think he's going to catch a lot of balls. Pause.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be I'm not saying he's going to be the number 1 back in the league. I think he'll be one of the. I think he'll be. Yeah, I agree, like a top 5 or something like that. I don't think he's going to be like the best back. But you never know. Though.
I just love the idea that you're going to have a guy that Hurts could run a running back screen to. Like I love that. I just think that's such not using the running back in a passing game is something that the Eagles definitely did too much. I wish they would have used the running backs out of backfield more, and I think now they're going to, and I think it's going to only help. J-Dubs, thank you for super chat. He goes, Eagles should sign free agent linebacker Mike Hawk. Oh my God. Yes, thank you for super chat. Mike Hawk. I'm trying to say the H. You hear the H? Mike Hawk. Oh. Gagging on Mike Hawk. Oh, God. Philly John says 500. When your jersey coming in? Pause. Mine's beautiful 500. Did you like the pics? I didn't see the pics. You sent me pics? I don't know if I saw them. I'll have to check. Mine has not come in yet. It will come in tomorrow. It's supposed to come in tomorrow. So I'll get it then. And then depending upon how it fits, I'm going to order the I want to order the fuse one. I don't know really what's the difference? Do you know what the difference is between
the jerseys?
Yeah.
If you're just saying like 130 to 175, like the lining is different. Like the lines that are on the jersey are a little different. The collar actually looks really good on the 175 ones. They have like more creativity on the collar. The fit is a little bit better.
What do you mean creativity?
I think there's some stitching with it, huh?
What do you mean creativity? What do you mean, like
the lining of the jersey? Like you'll see like these lines that go through the jersey. They're different. The 130 are different than the fuse ones. The fuse ones, there's like different. I don't know. The way they make them are just the lining of the stitch lining on them are just different. That's all.
Gotcha. I answered that, J-Dub. J-Dub, thank you for the super chat, by the way. Bonzology says Penny has the most first team carries in camp.
Does he?
Interesting. That's interesting. See, Bonzology, he thinks Penny is going to be the guy. Like he thinks Penny is going to be the guy. Maybe he will. Listen, yeah. I mean, I'd rather have both those guys be so good that you have them rotating in all year. We'll see. Training camp will be interesting. Oh my God, I caught that one. Mike. I almost clicked on it, and because I just happened to read it, otherwise I was going to get totally caught in this one. You get that one?
Yeah. What the?
They could have like a game show, like on TV, trying to just making me read names. Will he read this name? How will he read? Will he catch this one? Like you could do a whole game.
Can we talk about something that's just off topic for like 2 seconds? Friggin' Bijan Robinson, he looks really good. He looks really good, man.
Did you see that one-handed catch? He's getting rave reviews right now. Atlanta. It's not surprising. I mean, we knew he was going to be good. We know. Dude. No doubt. CJ Davis super chat. He goes, "Do you guys think we have a solid backup to Lane Johnson? Should he suffer another serious injury this season?" I think they'll be okay. I mean, obviously, I do like they put Steen at right guard and then they moved him to left tackle. You had Driscoll could go in there at right tackle. And then we need to talk about one guy we haven't talked about is Josh Sills, right? For those that don't know, he's going to be returning to the Eagles. He might be there already. He was in trouble. He was charged with what was it, like kidnapping or
rape and kidnapping.
It was pretty serious crimes. He was found not guilty. And he was found innocent. So the Eagles have announced that he will be back with the team, and I'm glad that it worked out. I'm glad he's innocent and he was able to prove himself that he was innocent and stuff. And now he comes back. I mean, he was a kid that that had some promise, had some upside. They just had to continue to develop. But he will be back with the team.
Even Dennis Kelly. Dennis Kelly is a really good pickup. I mean, can play both tackle spots and can play some guy. He's a very, very good pickup. I don't think people realize that. But what Jeff Stoutland said in his press conference the other day, to play offensive line in like his room, like you have to know multiple positions. Like he, in fact, doesn't allow offensive linemen in his room to just play one position. You have to learn. You have to get to this team on learning multiple positions and being good at it. So he's just amazing at his job. He's just fantastic. So we don't need to say much more about it because he's just great.
Yeah. No, I think the Eagles okay. The one position I'm not worried about is that right guard battle. It looks like Cam Jurgens is going to be the guy, but you got Steen. But, I mean, whoever goes in is going to play next to Kelsey and Lane Johnson, right? That's pretty good already. And then you're playing between two Hall of Famers. And then on top of that, you have Stoutland, who's probably a Hall of Fame coach at some point, when it's all said.
100%.
I think the Eagles will be totally fine. I'm not worried about it. J-Dubs, thank you for super chat. He goes, Deuce Vaughn is the definition of halfback. Because he's so, listen, I have no idea how much I have not heard anything about him at Cowboys camp because I really haven't been following. I only get, the great plays. I get all the clips of the great plays that they do all the time. That's about it. Tim, thank you for super chat again, man. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. He goes, I think Jerry Jones is pissed off that Philly 500 constantly makes fun of him and has sent him his WEF goons to F with the Shakedown podcast. I think you're right. But it's not my fault that Jerry Jones is 3,561 years old. And it is his birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Jerry Jones. Happy birthday on turning 3,562 years old. I know it's got to be tough to have been around when Moses came off the mountain. He was there when Moses came off the mountain. He saw the Civil War. He saw it. Okay? He's been through it all. Jerry Jones, 3,564 years old. Happy birthday to you, man. 565 years old. I'm forgetting the numbers. He's so old. But man, they'll never win anything as long as that guy is still 3,575 years old. He just gained 10 years. Yeah, Jerry Jones is old. Can't help it. Right? All right, this is a question for you. Dalvin says, Joey, what are you dipping? Skullberry long cut?
Doing Skull Cherry. That is the flavor of choice every day. So
I can't do dip.
You throw up everywhere. You get dizzy. You probably throw up everywhere.
You have to do that thing. Man. You get the
dude. All right, you need to stop.
That's what they do. You get the.
You look like you're doing something else. Just stop.
That's what they do. That's why I have a friend. That's all time. All you hear from him.
I know, make it so obvious. Dip. I don't even pack anymore like that. Pause, but. Well, that's what it's called. It's called packing.
Joey's you packing? Joey, you packing?
Yeah, it's just packing.
Man. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't dip. Well, we were like, I was at a friend's house, and we were drinking. We were young. We were drinking, and I had obviously too many beers, and I just grabbed a beer and I just started pounding it, and all of a sudden as I'm drinking it, and it was like really warm.
Oh no!
And I'm like, what the hell? And I'm drinking it, looking at it, drinking it, still looking at it, going, oh my god, this is dip, and I took it out, spit up, and I started throwing up everywhere. And to this day, I cannot even smell that stuff.
When I worked at the grocery store, I used to actually swallow it. Pause. But
Joey's packing, and then
I used to pack and swallow. I used to do a lot of stuff.
Dude, that should be your intro.
Yeah.
Your intro. Just look at the camera. Let's go. Oh, I don't know. Where were we?
I don't even know.
That was 500. When are you going to admit that you are the underboss and don't have a real job? You didn't stream the other day because you were making guys offer they couldn't refuse. Well, look, listen, we can't talk about it. We can't talk about it. But I just can't talk about it. But I have been to my fair share of sit downs. We'll put it that way.
Take a seat.
Oh my god, these names on here. Buzzlods, Philly has simple rules: no racism, no spam, and no wishing injury. That's the only reason I ever time out anybody 7 years in a row. No, I wasn't no wishing injury. I can't help somebody wishes. I mean, I don't want to hear it. But rules: no racism, no spam, and no threatening to commit a crime on somebody. It was what it was. Although I don't like the if it's like a real nasty, I hope this guy breaks his leg. Yeah, like the timeout. So, David G says, Joey, can you chew tobacco and drink booze? Never got how people could do the same thing. at the same
Yeah,
time.
no
Some people
problem.
can. He used to swallow it.
Yeah, I used to. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I mean, if it's not like you're packing a lip, so I mean, you're actually talking about tobacco like chew, or are you talking like dip? It's totally two different
Dude,
things. Like,
read the comment above David G. Don't read it out loud though. Like these are kind of questions that we get asked. Like, what the hell? Like, well, I'm not answering that. Oh my god. Purple vein. Oh my god. Clark Davis super chat. He goes, sit downs on the shitter don't count. That's true. That's true.
sit downs on the shit.
People ask me what I do for a living. I'm a trash consultant. That's all. I work for a trash company. I'm a consultant. Mike Keller says, my cousin's in the draft next year. His name is Eric Ted Johnson. Is that real? Or is he saying, is that something else? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think it's a
Eric Ted Johnson's not. No, that's cool.
I'm gonna search this up and see.
Search it. Or did I say it wrong? Zane said he always super chat you, bro. I know he always does. Rogue says, "Are you sad that Bears got possible defenses and we could?" Yeah, I mean, I was like all about Yannick Ngakoue. That would have been very cool, but yeah, he went there, so it is what it is, you know. Popo says, "What's your take on Nolan Smith playing off ball?" I think you got to find ways to use Nolan Smith. If you could use him off the ball, fine. The idea is you want to get him in the game. You want him to, use his athleticism and play in the game. I think you got to take advantage of it. So I'm okay with it. Oh man, I don't have the Mark Holmes close. I don't think I have it. I have to look for it real quick. Is he real?
Yeah, but I don't see Ted. I see Ted Johnson that was drafted by the Patriots in '95. I'm not seeing any other name here. So it could be somebody that doesn't really have a high profile, maybe. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Well, I mean, that's awesome if he's in the draft.
I'm looking. I don't see it. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing, but I don't see it though.
Well, that's cool if that's true.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm looking for something here. Hold on. I can't find it. I can't find my Mark Holmes. What you call it? Time for one more play.
Why it's gone?
Ever since I switched this computer.
Oh, it was a fucking joke.
No, he didn't get us
Erected
a joke.
Johnson. No, that makes no sense.
Oh, Erect Ed Johnson.
Oh.
It didn't sound like that. Okay,
yeah,
I get it though.
The T.
God, we are really dumb. We are total dingbats, like two morons trying to figure out.
I'm looking up
what he's talking about. J-Dubs, thank you, and welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think we're really stupid because you literally just looked it up, like congratulations. Oh, that's so cool. Congratulations. And here's the guys talking about Erect Ted Johnson trying to get us, and you're looking at him up on the your dip. That's what Joey's gonna do. As soon as the show's over, that's the sound it makes.
If me and you meet in real life, okay, I'm gonna be packing all day.
Dude.
You're gonna know that I'm packing.
I know. Joey, pack but he don't swallow no more. But he's still packing. Tim, thank you for super chat. Philly 500 daytime job is a trash consult. What he really means is he consults with Cowboy fans for a living. That's what I do. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You are on the Gloucester College team. Very cool. Well, I guess that we've packed enough in this episode. We have 500 people in the chat still. If you haven't, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you guys subscribe. Is there anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
The pause down podcast.
Down. I like that. Yeah, I know.
No, I mean, we're just gonna get ready for open practice. See what we, see some. It's more exciting for the players too. Fortunately too, it's exciting for them because they're gonna be on the field and everybody's gonna be watching them. And I want to see if there's gonna be a lot of people there. Should be a lot of people there. So if you guys are going, have a good time. No joke.
Yeah. Do you think? Hold on. How many people? I don't know. I don't have this stupid thing. I really am. I'm upset that I don't have the mark.
You just used it last week. What are you talking about? You just used it.
I know. I used it, and then what happened was, for some reason, my computer turned on the cloud for all my documents, and it was sent to the cloud, and I shut it off, and now I can't find all the stuff, and it's so annoying. I shut the cloud stuff off because I can never find the stuff that I need. Mark Holmes is calling. Does this guy not know I'm streaming? Hello? He hung up. I think he hung up. The guy who's in my chat, he knows I'm streaming. VJ David super chat. He goes, I feel like the polls are becoming too many variations, names coming in the chat lately. Just saying, all right. It's like they just want me to stumble on the names, and they think it's funny. That's what it is. And I'm too stupid because I read without reading first. Like I got to learn to read it before I click on it. That's always a problem I have. I'm ignoring him. Thumbo David super chat. He goes, we need a pause, Joey.
Pause.
Joey, pause. There you go.
Pause.
Yeah, Marcus called me, but I don't have the clip. I don't have the Mark Holmes clip. I just can't find it. Jeez. So he's calling me. The thing is, if he calls me, I answer it. I don't know how to speak because I have my headphones on. I will decline it.
I'm declining Mark. Decline it.
All right, guys. Well, I guess we'll let you guys get out of here. Is there anything else you want to say? I will have the open practice. I will be live tomorrow. If any of you guys want to come in, definitely come in. We'll be here. And then with that, I guess that's pretty much it. Anything
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, we're ready for tomorrow. And it should be very interesting. With that said, I'm sorry I don't have the Mark Holmes meltdown video. I don't know where it is. I'll have it next week. But with that said, we're going to let you guys go. Wait, one more. You're scared to answer. I'm not scared to answer. It's just I have my headphones on. VJ, David Super Chat, he goes, add Mark to the stream, laugh out loud. Is that what this is? Hold on. I'm going to call this moron. But see, what's going to happen is it's going to click off my AirPods. They're going to click off the computer onto here, and then I'm not going to be able to hear you.
Right. They click off, right?
Yeah. So let's see what he wants. Let's see if it works. And watch, he'll go to voicemail, and then his number will play, and then everybody will call him. You better pick up.
What the hell is going on with this packing and swallowing that you guys do?
No, he dips. The dip, dip in your, people dip. Yeah. Okay. So when you get the little tin cans, what I'm saying is, what they do is they have to do the thing like this, and then it's like boom, 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 boom. That's the sound it makes when you pack your dip. And Joey says he packed.
Swallowing.
He said he used to swallow dip. Yeah.
Are you sure? Y'all call us Brokeback Mountain? Are you kidding?
That's for you guys. That's not us. Oh God, this is going to be a bad episode, Joey.
Oh my God.
condition, buddy.
I'm
I'm
sure.
straight home from the Hall of Fame to cut this shit up.
I bet you are. All right, man. All right.
Uh,
I know this.
Tell Eagles Nation, man. I'm showing up tomorrow in practice.
All right, film it, and I'll send you a Kelly Green jersey.
All right. That's if I survive.
All right. I'll talk to you. Bye. Oh God, yeah.
You're just giving him more ammo. Just giving him more ammo.
I didn't. You're the one that said you swallowed. I didn't say that.
I didn't say swallow dip, not just swallow. I said swallow dip. It's different.
Dip, not dip. Dip, because otherwise it sounds like something else. Yeah,
swallow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, and with that, we better get out of here because we're gonna be getting so many comments on today's video. It's gonna be ridiculous. But all right, guys, we thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for all the new people here, the old people here, the super chats, the subscribers. If you haven't clicked the link in the description, sub up Joey, sub up Philly 500. We will be back next week, and I will be live tomorrow. So look for that. This chat is getting totally insane, so I am not answering.
Yeah, it's done. We're done.
VJ, over. Thank you for super chat. Yes, and it's time for Joey to get that.
Yeah,
get some dip. All right, guys. With that, you guys take care. We will talk to you later. Of course, we love you guys. We love you. Don't be a dingbat. Peace.
Peace.